guys, it's me, Flowery. Hey, Raleigh. My human. I'm falling.
I went down to the local McDonald's, but they didn't have any jazzy juice. I sat down crying with my dog, but we continued on. I ran 50 miles. They all told me you'll never find it. The only thing you'll find is another sandwich. So I asked my friends and I asked my wall, where is jazzy juice?
I'm sorry once again I kept it late.
Deltarune. I love Deltarune. Well, that should be a no-brainer because I'm practically a Deltarune YouTuber at this point. And hey, look at that, Chapter 5 just came out. So let's talk about it. This will be my retrospective and tribute to Deltarune Chapter 5. But I'm not going to recap the story of Chapter 5 because I'm going to assume that you have either played or watched other people play the game. If you haven't played the game, then I encourage you to either play or watch YouTubers play it. I will instead be talking about the stuff I like about the game, and maybe sprinkle in some that I dislike about it, because hey, nothing is perfect in this world. Let's start with my favorite aspect of this new chapter. In every chapter, Toby introduces a new gameplay gimmick to make every chapter fresh and unique. In Chapter 2, we have the mecha boxing mechanic, in Chapter 3, we have the various minigames with Henna, and in Chapter 4, we have the climbing mechanic. In Chapter 5, we're again introduced to our new gimmick, platforming! This is definitely my favorite gimmick in all of the chapters so far because myself love me some platforming. The controls felt really weird though on the keyboard because the jump is on a different key instead of the arrow keys. But then a friend of mine told me that I could just use a controller to play Deltarune, and honestly that fixed everything. Although I still think the jump button on the keyboard should be the up arrow key. I will be very honest that the platforming in this chapter is probably the most fun I had in playing Deltarune. This is also especially because I absolutely suck at dodging in the normal RPG gameplay. Although I have definitely gotten better ever since I've switched to a controller. But I still need like an inventory full of healing items. Talking about the RPG gameplay, this chapter was really good on that part too. Although that is to be expected because every chapter has been amazing so far. Now let's talk about the next best thing about this chapter. This chapter probably has my favorite music of all Deltarune. I still think the Third Sanctuary is my favorite Deltarune OST of all time, but Chapter 5 soundtrack? Oh, it's so good, it's too good! My favorite part of the new soundtrack is that some of them have live brass instruments, like Garden of Hopes and Dreams is so good! Also Flower Man is so good too. I will save Flower Man for later. And you also know what else this chapter also has? Hatsune Miku? If you told me from 5 years ago that we would have Hatsune Miku in Deltarune, I wouldn't have believed you. Also, why does Aqua's team have the Sneakers O2 leitmotif?
I'm not taking my sneakers off. I am Sneakers O'Toole. I'm not taking my sneakers off. 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 I am Sneakers O'Toole.
Talking about Aqua, let's talk about... In this chapter, we are introduced to 8 new characters, not counting recruitable enemies, the 7 flowers, and Hatsune Miku. We are introduced to Aqua, Seph, Yellow, Blue, Green, Orange, Flowery, and lastly, Mew Mew or Pink. From all 8 of these new characters, my favorites would be Seph, Aqua, Orange, and Flowery. Although of all the characters, Flowery would be my highlights and favorite of them all. Flowery is, in my opinion, the best antagonist that we have ever had in all of Deltarune so far, and it's because he challenges the belief of our main characters. especially Ralsei. I'm not gonna do a full analysis of his character. There are already videos on YouTube that have done that better than I could. But Flowery isn't only funny, but is also right. When Ralsei and Susie confronted Flowery about sealing their fountain, Flowery answered back, "Why don't you seal yours?" And he's low-key right. These flowers are flowers. They are living beings that are given form by the Dark Fountain. These flowers were Asgore's wedding bouquet, and they never were supposed to live for more than one day. But yet, Asgore took care of them and kept them alive for years and maybe even decades. This chapter is an Asgore chapter, and it shows to me why Asgore is the GOAT! Literally. We are shown how kind of a person Asgore is through these 7 flowers. All the 7 flowers are given a chance to repay Asgore's kindness after all these years of Asgore taking care of them. They want to give Asgore the perfect world, especially after all the suffering Asgore has endured. Sure, it's selfish to keep the Dark World since too many Dark Fountains can bring the end of Deltarune, but so are our Fun Gang. Why should the flowers sacrifice their fantasy for the Fun Gang's fantasy? Susie argued that it is their home, but so is this dark world to the flowers. It's even worse knowing that the flowers can only exist in this dark world. Unlike the previous antagonists and characters like Tenna, Queen, and Lancer, these flowers are living beings. If they are not taken care of, they will die. And you also can't bring the flowers to the school closet either because it's only Asgore who can take care of them. So who's really the villain here? Who's more selfish? The flowers won't live long anyway in this dark world because they are still flowers in the light world and they need to be taken care of. So why couldn't we just let them have their fantasy? At least for a little while. They too deserve happiness, just as much as our Fun Gang. I declare this chapter as the best Deltarune chapter by far, because not only is it great in the gameplay, but it's also great in the story that it wants to tell. This is the much needed chapter in Deltarune because it challenges our main character's belief. Some people didn't like this chapter because it lacks lore, and honestly, why must everything be about lore? Why can't we enjoy the story by itself? During our final fight against Flowery, Flowery wasn't alone. He had 6 of his friends behind him, fighting for their world. Our heroes couldn't even answer Flowery's question about sealing their fountains because the answers that Susie and Ralsei gave just show their selfishness. During this final battle, the song Flower Man plays, and you may think that this song was talking about Flowery, but if you really pay attention to the lyrics, you will realize that this song is really about Asgore. Even during battle, they sing about the man that took care of them for decades. And even when faced against the Roaring Knight, Flowery still fought them with no fear, all to save Asgore's life. Even when he knew that he was fighting a losing battle, he was willing to sacrifice his life if it meant saving Asgore. It's hard to say that Flowery was a villain in this chapter. This chapter is all about Asgore and the flowers that he took care of for decades. They were given a chance, even for a little while, to repay Asgore's kindness. What's so wrong about that?
Flowers blooms in your heart.
10 feet 20, the flower man is waiting for the touch of his hand, straightening petals out without a plan, like the everyday wish that bothers the flower man. Could I do something to make him laugh inside my little chamber made of glass? So he lived the flower man, with his heart in the sand. So he stands to watch the whole wide world from a can, way up high in the sky, with the sun in his eyes. Ain't it nice? The life forever for flowers.
And one more for the
Feet 20, the flower man is waiting for the touch of his hand. Fallen to pieces still without a plan, yet the everyday leaf hope that powered the flower man would never cower off of its path. Even if broken, I am more than glad. So he lived the flower man, with his heart in the sand. So he stands to watch the whole wide world from a can, way up high in the sky, with the sun in his eyes. Ain't it nice? The life forever for flowers. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Before I end this video, I did a survey with my community about Deltarune Chapter 5, and this is so that we can see the general responses towards Chapter 5 other than my opinion. So, we'll see. Let's see how the community reacted to Chapter 5. At least my community. How would you rate Deltarune Chapter 5 overall? And as you can see, it's very good. There's actually no ratings below 4. Most of it's 5 and 4. And yeah, this is a really good rating, not gonna lie. Compared to chapters 1 through 4, how does chapter 5 rank for you? And as you can see, a lot of them says that it's top tier but not the absolute best. But there's also people like me who shares the opinion that this is the best chapter so far. Now for your favorite characters in chapter 5, we have Ralsei, Kaka, Aqua, Flowery, Ralsei, Flowery, Kaka, Green, my beloved, Seth, Yellow, Green, either Flowery, Seth, Yellow, or Dark World Asgore, and of course we have Ralsei, duh. As your favorite flower, first place is Flowery, second place goes to Green, and third place we have Aqua and Seth. And it seems like the least favorite flower is Blue. What is the thing that you like about this chapter? I really pretty much enjoy all the new characters, and the new mechanics are a blast, albeit a little hard to get the hang of at first. The secret boss rules. The flowers are also cute and I love them all dearly. Also, Flowery is really funny, and seeing Ralsei get mad and be a hater is something I've dreamed of for so long. All the vibes. Toby said it well when he said, let's have one more fun chapter. Let's smile again. Aside from the dark themes around Asgore's Dark World investigation, the rest of the chapter was really light and cheery, and I found myself laughing all the way through it. I'll limit myself to 2 favorite things. Ralsei being rage baited by Flowery to finally start changing his outlook on his role, and the platforming sections. I tend to barely care about the gameplay, only focusing on the story and the character development, of which there was a lot, but the feather was incredible. Now, to the things that they don't like about the chapter. I felt we could have a bit of a lore dropped because this chapter felt like it didn't say anything we didn't know, but I guess Toby is gonna leave that for the next chapter, so I don't really have to say much. I didn't like that much the secret boss though. It's cool, but it's also a bit underwhelming in terms of, I don't know, uniqueness, lore, relevance, and aura. I guess my expectations were a bit too high since this is supposed to be the last Shadow Crystal boss. Like, what was I waiting for? I don't even know. I enjoyed it though. Cool boss fight. Toby's weeb tendencies really shine through and it's really annoying? Wow, okay. There's really no reason for a Dark World created by Chris, who notably hates the anime and live in pseudo-American small town, to be so Japanese just because there's one manga in the room. It's kinda out of place in comparison to the other Dark Worlds that were much more abstract, and it feels like he was just kinda indulging for no reason. Also, Susie's writing felt kind of off at points. It feels like chapter 4's reveal should be weighing on her a bit more. I don't know. I think my opinion on that is that this chapter focuses a lot on escapism, and I feel like she is trying to escape the reality, the prophecy that she saw in chapter 4. I think for me that's the whole point of what she's trying to do and why she's avoiding it. It's because of escapism. This whole chapter is about escapism, and that's what we saw in the end of Deltarune chapter 5, where we see Susie living in the closet, in the school closet in the Dark World, Castletown. So I think it makes a lot of sense. What is your favorite moment in chapter 5? Flowery fight, ending credits. Yellow's entire segment had me losing my mind. His and Blue fight is my favorite. Any fight where Kaka is there, or the area leading up to Orange, there's a secret where you can stand on this little toy train, and there's a ton of funny dialogue. Flowery's unexpected anime opening, the That's Real confirmation by Pizza Pants, I would not let this ship die. Definitely Susie Gonk and Rolse Gonk. Is that what it's called? Now, as for the songs that is the favorite among 18 of the responses, I can conclude, because there's a lot of them, but I can conclude that most of them has Flower Man and Cutie Mew Mew Magic. And it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense why. It makes a lot of sense, but a lot of Flower Man especially. I think that will be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 5 as much as I did. And see you in the next one. Adios!